In this video we're going to look at how to solve linear simultaneous equations by the method of substitution. So the aim with this method is to rearrange one of the two equations that we've got in order to make one of the letters the subject of the formula. So in this first example we already have the first equation where y is the subject. So that's going to be our substitution. So I'm just going to number these 1 and 2, and I'm going to substitute y equals 3x minus 4 into my second equation. So when I make that substitution, I can now replace the y with my expression in terms of x, and I have a linear equation in one variable which I can solve. So I'm going to go through and expand the bracket. I'm going to add the x terms together and add 12 to both sides to give me 11x is 22, and then I can divide through by 11 to give me x equals 2. And once I've got my solution for x, I can substitute that value, so I'm going to substitute x equals 2 into the equation which we've used as our substitution equation, so into y equals 3x minus 4. So therefore y is 3 lots of 2, subtract 4, y is 6 minus 4, and y is 2. So x equals 2 when y equals 2. In this second example, we're going to try and achieve the same thing, but it's not as straightforward because neither of the two equations that we've got initially have y or x as the subject. So I'm going to rearrange the first equation. So I'm going to rearrange it, and I'm going to make x the subject. So I'm going to add 7y to both sides and divide through by 3. And this is the equation I'm going to use as my substitution. So I'm going to call this one equation 1, and the equation I didn't rearrange I'm going to call equation 2. So now I'm going to sub equation 1 into equation 2. So equation 2 becomes 8 lots of 7 over 3y minus 5, subtract 6y equals negative 2. And I'm going to expand the bracket, so I'm going to get 56 over 3y minus 40 minus 6y is negative 2. And so 56 over 3y subtract 18 over 3y, and I've got that by rewriting negative 6 as negative 18 over 3, and that's so I can actually collect these terms in a minute. And I'm going to add 40 to both sides, so that becomes equal to 38. I'm then going to collect the terms on the y expression, which will give me 38 over 3y is equal to 38. I can divide through by 38, so I get y over 3 equals 1, and I can multiply them by 3 to give me y equals 3. And then I'm going to substitute y equals 3 into equation 1, which was the equation up here which I've used as my substitution. And when we use this method, whatever we've used as our substitution equation is always what we're going to have to substitute in at the end. So x is 7 over 3 lots of 3 subtract 5 is 7 subtract 5 is negative 2. So when y equals 3, x was negative 2.